What is up? What is up, Facebook? What is up? Today is Saturday. It's Saturday evening. I got a little bit of light shining in on me, so I'm gonna shut that down just a little bit. It's Saturday evening. I'm breathing hard. I just ran up the stairs. But anyway, I wanted to jump on really quick with a podcast, a late evening podcast, a live stream. First, I want to just give a shout out to God and thank God for everything and all that He has been blessing me to be able to do with reaching more people. So I am excited about that. And, you know, I continue to try to stay in His will and do what's necessary spiritually to be fit or getting fit day by day. So I'm in constant prayer, and you know, sometimes I can't make it to church, but I try to get to church. That's my new thing now. Any podcasts or any reels that I get the opportunity to do, I'm going to make sure I give thanks to God for all that He allows me to do, because without God, none of this would be possible. If you don't like talking about or listening to my spiritual aspect, or the spiritual side of me and the spiritual side of what I'm let me get this all set, of what I'm trying to accomplish, this may not be the channel for you. You may want to tune out. So I wanted to come to you guys really quick on the late night. What's up, Stephen? Hip hop police, hip hop. What's up, baby? I'm on late tonight. I just got some updates. So for those of you that haven't been watching, I know I may catch some people on, I may not. You may catch it this later. But for those of you that don't know or haven't had the opportunity to look at any of my reels or any of my photos or anything that I've been posting across all of my platforms, right now we are in the process of opening up a physical location for JALEXANDER Publishing, which under JALEXANDER Publishing, we will be bringing on new authors. Obviously, I am self-published, and I decided that, you know what, why make people jump through hoops to get published by these bigger companies that's going to eat away at their money or royalties, when I can offer a similar platform, having understood what it takes to get to from point A to point B under independent publishers, publishing. The second part of that is, it's one thing to have a book, but the next level to that is to get your book on the shelves or in front of readers. And then again, with the larger stores like Barnes and Noble, and you have like the bigger locations like Bldg and then Goodreads and Thrift Books and stuff like that, it's hard to get in those locations. So not only do I want to give people a platform that want to have their artwork or their literary artwork out on the shelves and in stores, I wanted to be able to have a physical location as well. We've done a lot through our e-commerce and being able to, like, you know, sell on multiple platforms has been it's been really good, but then also it offered a lot of opportunity for us to kind of collaborate with other independent authors. Now, mind you, one thing I do want to do is, for those people that's out there that's having trouble getting your book out, getting your book sold, getting your book in stores, I want to, at JALEXANDER, what we want to do is we want to offer a platform for you to be able to do that. Not only do I come with over 30 years of background in business and marketing and finance, in health and wellness, and orthopedic rehab. So all of those things together have given me a great opportunity and a great skill set and background to be able to help promote people. One thing that I always say is that for many, many years, I've sold a lot of things for a lot of people. $1 million business deals have been made on my end for somebody else to get the reward of that. And now I have an opportunity not only to work for Life University, but then also have them support me, and then also have the opportunity to be able to open my own location with the background that I have and then all of the mentors that I have in my support network, it gave me a great opportunity to be able to do something not only just big, but something really special, and not just special for me, special really for everybody that's involved. So whether that's the end user, which is the reader, or whether it's the person who is delivering the products, or the art, the authors themselves. So that is what I'm currently trying to do to help support those authors that are independent. And then also, if they want to come under our, under our label and under our publication company, that's totally fine. We want that too. But the last 4 years have been pretty interesting, from the start of my first project to up until now. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and I've met a lot of people and had a lot of contacts that have given me good advice and good sound advice, which I really appreciate. I've had, I got people out in LA, I got people down in Houston, I got people in DC and Baltimore, Virginia, and I have mentors that are in those areas too, that work for Fortune 500 companies, who've given me the opportunity and then the support that I need in order to be able to run a successful publication company. And I know what God, what putting God first and really having that understanding, where all of this is coming from. I know we're going to be okay. So we not by no means in doubt. Obviously doubt does creep in, but when that doubt creeps in, I tend to lean towards the Bible, and the Bible takes me where I need to be because of the promises that has been made to me by Jesus, who is my Savior. So with that said, that's just a little bit of the backstory. So for those of you that don't know, J. Alexander Publishing came about, just by way of me just saying, you know what, I've written this book, I have a book in hand, what do I do with the book? I had to reach out to multiple bookstores. I had to reach out to multiple publications across the north and northeast part of Georgia. I would say the northwest part of Georgia. So I'm up the north, probably 20 minutes from downtown Atlanta. And I mean to tell you, I had a relentless work ethic in terms of, I have to reach XYZ bookstores in order to get my FaceTime and get book signing set up. And, having been really relatively, unknown coming into an industry where, you need to have, some kind of a segue. So I had to work extremely hard. That said, I've had a lot more no's than I've had yeses. And I was just telling Chandra this just a few minutes ago. I said, all no's are just a yes waiting to happen. And, and one of the biggest things that I've learned over time is that, when it comes to a no, a closed mouth don't get fed. So being able to be in front of people and just hearing no, it just made me push a little bit harder in order to be successful. So with that said, like I say, I came into this industry relatively unknown, not known, and really just, it was my work ethic and my know-how and my skill set, and me being the person that I am in the industry that I've been in wellness and, in finance over the last, close to 30 years, that gave me a little bit more segue. I knew how to talk to, I knew how to get through to gatekeepers, and I knew who to talk to in the back rooms, and I knew how to facilitate myself in a way where I could get to the person that I needed to talk to. And with that said, last year I had 19 book signings last year. And those of you who don't know that, I had book signing after book signing after book signing, 19 book signings. This year I only committed to 6 with one big event. So, which is in August. And that kind of, slowed down a little bit because I was just working too much. And I wanted to have more quality than quantity. It's good to have the book signings and to get in front of people, but at the same time, you want to be able to have the best product. So I really wasn't able to focus from week to week like I would from a month to month on really having a good setup with the book signings, really having a good opportunity to get things out to people. So with that said, this year I slowed it down. But this year, like I say, has been a really good year. Right now, currently, J. Alexander Publishing is on Walmart. We at Walmart. We on Temu. We on Fair. We on Etsy. We on Google Books, on Google Play. We're in Goodreads, Bldg. We have the website that's set up. I have my personal website set up through Bldg. And then I also have a personal setup through Amazon. So, and then also we sell books out of Amazon as well. So a lot of things, what happened with those platforms is they fulfill a lot of the orders, with the exception of the ones that I've committed to fulfilling, like on Temu when it comes to books. But we also sell other things. So like, for instance, on the other platforms and inside of the stores, inside of the boutique that we have, we'll be selling shirts like this. Things that's geared around getting back in balance spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. And this is just one model of a shirt, but I have a girl who designs all shirts for me. And we'll be doing things like cups and keychains and hats and stuff like that. So that's just going to be a secondary line. Our primary thing is books. So that's what we'll have. And when I say our primary thing is books, I say our primary thing is books by independent authors. And we're going to offer a platform that is going to be huge for people to be able to have people that have number one, discretionary income to purchase the books. 2, they read books. And then 3, we offer a platform for people that don't have a platform right now currently. So those 3 things together. And then the 4th thing is, obviously myself really, being the anchor to everything and making sure everything gets done real well is going to be huge as well. So, and then I can't, dismiss this ever. Without God, none of this will be possible. So I want to always put that out there. But one thing we'll be doing in the next couple of weeks, I'll be releasing a new project by one of the authors that's from another state, not in Georgia. And the title of his book is called Concrete Commitment. So it's a story about his life and how he went from the pen to the pen, if that makes sense. So from the penitentiary to the pen, and how successful he's been outside of that. So that's a huge project that I'm working on right now. And then also within that, I have 3 other people that I'm working with, which they still working on their projects. And we're going to get those out at the beginning of the year, hopefully, if everything goes through. So like I say, my goal is to offer a platform for people that's independent authors to be able to get their work out. And when I think about where we at as a company so far, with just being so young at the tender age of 1 year old, we launched this project last July. We have made major headways into the writing community, just from the things that I've been doing. I write for the East Cobb magazine right now, just from the things we're doing with what I'm doing at Life, and the things that I'm doing with the book signings and the things that I'm doing just in the community itself. We've made major headway. So it's a great opportunity for those people that's, looking like, man, I got this book, man, but what I'm going to do with it? I don't have nobody to sell it to. And believe it or not, I was in your shoes as well at one point or not. So for you authors out there that's independent authors, you can DM me anytime. Feel free. I've been grinding this thing out, and I've done major research and major studying of the backstory of what it takes to be a successful author. But not only that, what it takes to have a successful business, not in the literary community. Now, in the health and wellness community and the way that I write and what I'm writing about, I feel 100% confident in my work because I believe in it, number one. And I'm very skilled at it, number 2. So I've put in all of the work with over 19 different specialty certifications and literally everything that goes along with health and wellness and also fitness. I feel very confident in the work that I'm putting out. And if you read it, if you take the time to read it, I can guarantee you will see some benefits from it, and it'll help to improve the quality of life. And not just your life, it will actually lower your actual age until you can have a better health age. So with that said, I won't go any further, but the whole thing here is to understand that we will be bringing on authors, independent authors. If you have a book and you're an independent author and you're in the Atlanta area, you necessarily don't have to be in the Atlanta area. If you want to send me a copy of your book, send it to me and we'll get it on the shelves. At the location I'm at right now in Roswell, Georgia, we have the boutique set up. We have a physical location. We are going to have as many books as we could possibly fit in there. And these will all come from independent authors. So that's the biggest thing, is to really get out and promote the work for people that, necessarily doesn't have, a network or a net in order for them to be able to get their work out. So that's one thing we'll be able to offer. Now, my books will be sold in there. Obviously, if I'm pushing my work through J. Alexander Publishing, the location, I will be pushing everybody else's work, because one thing is nobody bigger than the program. So if J. Alexander's not doing well, nobody else's books are doing well. So if you're an independent author and you're looking to get your book out, get your book over to me. It's not a matter of me having to read it. If it's health and wellness, if it's anything that's going to help uplift people and going to help impact people's lives, obviously we want that in there. So with that said, we got a couple different things coming up here over the next few weeks. Number one, I got a wedding coming up September the 6th. So I'll be getting married further down south. So I'm excited about that. And Chandra and myself has been planning a wedding. That's been the biggest thing that we've been doing. Alongside of that, if you haven't followed me, I'm doing a lot within the community of my work day with Life University, with being a campus wellness director. I'm on the leadership team in one area. We are part of this inauguration of the first leadership team that'll be going through this whole process at Life University. And then also I'm on another leadership team, and then I'm a part of student affairs. So my day job is pretty busy. The number one thing that I really enjoy and I really appreciate, not just about Life, but about the leadership at Life, is that they support my work. So all of my books are sold at Life University as well. So I'm respected by all of the senior leadership, the C-level leadership, the faculty, the staff, the docs that's there. Respect my work. They've had an opportunity to see my work. They've had an opportunity to read my work, and they've had an opportunity to work side by side with me, not just through the literary portion of it, but really having direct dialogue with me, to where, hey, you know what, Jermaine, where did you get all of that from? And so with having that support behind me, that really helps me and allows me to be able to do what I do outside of work, with having that support. So we got the wedding coming up. I'm doing some things over at Life. And then, obviously I've had 6 book signings this year so far. And then I have a major event that's coming up August 23rd, which is in Ackworth. It's a storytelling event for authors all around, which that'll be on the 23rd of August from 10 to 3 p.m. So if you're out in the area and you want to come, check it out, check me out, feel free to. If not, I'll be live streaming from there as well. So that's on the 23rd. Now, with J. Alexander Publishing, we're about to open up on August the 16th. So every picture that I'm posting up on the website, when you see me on YouTube or you see me on Facebook and I'm posting pictures up of the facility, of the boutique itself, those pictures will actually shift around a little bit, because I still have some orange carpet that I need to have come in there. I still have more bookshelves I need to have come in there. If you haven't had the opportunity to see the videos, I actually put a loop tape or a TV in there to run different things that I want to talk about when I'm not physically in the location. So the cool thing about that location too at Westside Marketplace is that once I put my inventory inside of the booth itself or inside of the boutique, if I'm there, then I can actually have FaceTime with the patrons that come through, or the consumers, or the book readers, or whatever they coming in to buy. If I'm not there and they want to walk through my store, that's fine. We take into account shrinkage too. So I know about shrinkage. Too many people ain't stealing out there, so I don't worry about that. But if I'm not there, they can take a book and go scan it at the front desk, and then that money's automatically going to my account. So I don't necessarily have to be in the location itself. It's a form of passive income too, because I don't have to be there. But when I'm not there, when Chandra's not there, we'll actually have the opportunity for them to be able to walk through, and then they can purchase something out of there without me being there. But for the most part, I'll be there in the evenings after I leave Life University, because I want to do a lot the first month. So we have that opening coming up August the 16th, which is a Saturday. Then we'll be there all day. And then on the Friday, August 15th, we have a wedding shower given by my by my seniors, who I love so much over at Life University. They support me in everything I do. So it's been a lot of work and a lot of busyness with me. But, you know, like I say, the one thing nobody will ever be able to do, at least in my book and from my perception and my perspective, is outwork me. I just got a relentless work ethic. I believe in everything that I do. And the number one thing in my life is that I believe and I trust God going to always put me in the right position to be able to be successful. But not only that, to be a light to shine to other people that, you know, that know me and know my background and know where I came from, and to know me now, they automatically would have to know that there's God working through me, and it's just not me doing it on my own. So I'm always going to give homage and pay homage to the Lord, because without him, you know, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't party, I work out every day, I eat clean, you know, I live a clean life. You know, I'm a family man. I'm at home. You know, I'm, you know, honoring my, my wife to be. I'm honoring my children right now. So it's like now I'm a totally different person. And if you're in a situation where we did this before, you know what? I've made atonement for everything that I've ever done, and you know, I've forgiven people for things that they may have done to me. But at the same time, you know, I'm totally different than the person that I used to be 4 years ago. So with that, like I say, we have the seniors coming up, and they giving us a wedding shower. So it's been really busy. But I always try to take time out to at least acknowledge the people that's being intentional about being in my life and being intentional about supporting me. So if you haven't heard from me, I've just been a little bit busy, but you know, trust me, you're in my heart and thoughts daily. I'm just on the other end trying to work. So with that said, the good news is I have a couple different things I want to talk about other than that. So I want to slide into this. So before I close out on that, if you're an independent author, I just want to let you guys know, if you're an independent author and you're looking to get your book on a bookshelf, right? And you're looking to have it marketed, you know, in an area where people do read and people can afford to purchase your books, DM me. That's totally fine. You know what? And don't be, you know, one of the biggest things that I say to anybody and to everybody I've ever worked with, and this has been me myself, you know what? When you need help, don't be afraid to raise your hand. It's okay. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you don't know what you're doing. You know, everybody at some point needs somebody else in order to get to where they need to be at. It's okay to raise your hand. And sometimes God put people around you in your life in order for you to get where you need to be at. So that person that you're not raising your hand around is the person that God then put in your life to put you in a position to be successful and to, you know, for him to get the glory of it. So if you need help with, you know, obviously getting your book on a bookshelf, definitely I will do that. Now, as far as the publishing side, if you're looking for someone to publish your book and you want to become, or you're interested in J. Alexander Publishing as a publishing company to help publish your book, then you want to DM me and I can get you some paperwork over there to kind of look through and tell you a little bit more about our company, tell you a little bit more about what we do. And then if we need to set up some time, some FaceTime for an interview to kind of talk about, like, you know, what it looks like from a royalties perspective, we could do that as well. So I'm totally open to that. Here, after I'm off of this, I'm going to post our address in the link, Facebook, and then we can kind of go from there. But that said, coming up, we have our raffle. So I'm going to raffle off all these books right here. So these are all 6 of my books, right? The only book that's not in here is Wins and Losses, which I had to go back and do some revisions. And the Wins and Losses is really the book about my whole life story, my memoirs, but it's an autobiography. But that's my book that I'm finishing up working on, and I'm just taking my time with that because my life is constantly, things are changing in my life. So I want to be able to add it and make sure I'm intentional about it being accurate. So I'm going to roll that out at the end of next year, probably, depends, but I'm still working. But here's what we have out here that we're going to raffle off. So this is all valued at over $100. Now with this, we got the Power of Prayer. And then we'll go to Vegans Only. After Vegans Only, we have Back in Balance. After Back in Balance, we have I Must, I Will, I Can. Then we have Trapped. And then the last book that I just told you all about is The Stretch Zone. So with that, with all of my books, if there is a piece of equipment like for the Stretch Zone, like some stretching bands, I will actually include that in it. So don't worry. We're going to raffle these books off next Friday. I'm going to do a live. Now, stay tuned for more details of what the raffle will look like, what it's going to take to win the books. I've been posting up reviews of the books. I've been getting reviews from people that I'm around professionally, some of my colleagues, some feedback. I've been getting feedback from Temu, from Walmart. So all of these platforms, and everybody is like on fire, especially for the power of prayer. So if you haven't gotten this book, you got to go out and get this book. Getting Spiritually Fit Day by Day. You got to get this book. So other than that, we are going to raffle this off. Now, lastly, before I do go, I had mentioned that I'm going to be adding books to the library. So I want to give you guys just one quick look of a girl who I have had the opportunity to work with. She is going to be on the shelves. Her name is Christina John. I just tried to send her a message, but we talked a little bit a while back, and we, had talked about getting her book out. And one of the things that I wanted to do was kind of share you. If you haven't heard of this book, it's called The Diary of a Hurt Black Woman. Here is the book itself right there, right? We are going to have this in our store. And Christina John is an awesome, awesome friend of mine, and we are connecting here again. But this book is absolutely fire. We'll have multiple copies, so I'm going to order more copies. This is one that we'll have out starting out. So if you haven't had an opportunity to see this, she is rock solid. So Christina John, she is very, very sharp at what she does. She has a master's in science, so she does a lot with healing and with one-on-one counseling. So she does have a business outside of that with counseling, but this is her memoirs right here, and this is going on our shelf. So this will be one of the first books that we have on our shelves other than Jermaine Alexander books, and then our author who is coming out next month with Concrete Commitment. So like I say, she's an independent author. If you haven't had the opportunity to get this book or take a look at this book, it will be up on my website too. So I'll be moving this on my website, but then I'll also be having it at the store as well. So I just wanted to show you guys just a little bit of perspective and a little examples of what we will be doing over at J. Alexander Publishing. But we are planning to, what my goal is literally is to pull up on the scene with the gangster lean, right, Steve? Stuff, right? Hip hop. No, but the goal here is for us to, with the knowledge and experience that God has given me over the years of running major companies, multi-million dollar companies, and some companies that were close to $1 billion. And I've had the opportunity to be in leadership roles in those companies at a high level. The know-how that I'm going to bring to the table is going to be, one, relentless and unreal. I'm going to continue to work and honor God. I'm going to continue to work and honor my job I'm at daily, because I'm still learning leadership and learning how to be a good professional. I'll be at Life until I retire. So Life University is where I'll be at. This is my other passion, right, that I have. So my goal right now, when it comes to anything that it relates to health and wellness and publishing health and wellness projects and bringing on authors, my goal is to corner the market. I want to put a squeeze on the market so hard because I believe in my work. I'm passionate about my work. And remember what I told you guys a couple of days ago. If you don't have a life's mission statement, vision statement, and a life's value statement, get one. Because every move that I make after I've had prayer and fasting with God and I've been obedient to what He expects of me and where I should be moving, after that I live by my life's mission, vision, and value statement. So my mission is to help people reach their full potential through health and wellness, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. My vision is to create a healthier world in those same categories. And my vision is to model the behaviors that I want from other people in those categories. So when it comes to life's decisions that I have to make, if it doesn't align with my mission, vision, or values, it's easy for me to say yes, or it's easy for me to say no. So if you don't have a mission statement, vision statement, value statement for your life, get one, write it, because everything that you do should align with God and those three things. So if I have an opportunity at Life University aligns perfectly with my life's mission, vision, and values. So it's easy for me to go to work every single day and love working there, because I know that I'm going to align with my passion and my purpose, and that's going to keep me committed to the process, of what I'm doing without being emotionally attached to the result or outcome of what I'm doing. And in that sense, I'll have concrete commitment, because I'm going to stay committed to what I said I would do long after the mood that I set it in has left. So if you haven't had the opportunity to get a life's mission statement, vision statement, values, make sure you get that. But I know I kept y'all on a little long today. I wanted to get this out just to tell you guys a little bit more about J. Alexander Publishing and what we are doing. Just to kind of recap, remember, next week we'll be giving a raffle off for all of these books right here. Yeah, all of these books. Next, if you're an independent author and you're trying to get your book on our shelves, because it's hard to get in Barnes & Noble, it's hard to get in all of these other stores, in Walmart, on Target, get at me. Right now, we're currently have books in Walmart, Target, Temu. We on Etsy, we on BookBub, we on Thrift Books, we on Wada, we on 26 different platforms. J. Alexander Publishing has set up 26 different platforms through our company to be able to be on those places and in those places. So if you're an independent author and you're trying to get your book on the shelf, holler at me. We'll have room for you to get on our shelf. If you have had doors closed in your face and you haven't had the opportunity to get your work out, but you're passionate about what you do, remember this. All no's is just a yes waiting to happen. And if you come over to publications to J. Alexander Publishing, we're looking at being that yes for you. So we'll have that. If you're an independent author and you're looking to publish your book and you don't know how to do it or what to do, I'm going to drop my information in the Facebook comments. Follow me, get in touch with me if you have any questions. We could talk a little bit further. And then lastly, like I say, we're doing a lot of different things right now. I have a wedding coming up, and then I have, well, not a wedding first, but I have a wedding shower coming up on the 15th of August. The 16th of August is the big event in Ackworth. I've been sharing some things, and that's with the Crazy Book Lady Bookstore. I'll be working directly with them on this author event, and it'll be in Ackworth, at the Ackworth Cultural Arts Center in Ackworth. So that's August the 23rd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then the next week after that, which is the 30th, obviously we'll have 2 weeks before our wedding, and we'll be heading down to Alabama. So we super busy. We getting the store set up. We getting the boutique set up. Remember, we'll have books, a loop tape going on in there. We'll have apparel. We'll have merchandise. We'll have accessories to go along with it. We're in the process of still putting things up. We're excited about this venture. One other thing that I always leave you guys with before I leave you with my final thoughts is that one of the most important decisions that you'll make in your entire life is the partner or the person that you choose to spend the rest of your life with. And if you have somebody that's not supportive of you and passionate about you and what you're trying to accomplish in order to be able to lead a family, you might want to think about that again. But I can say my fiance, my queen, she is more excited about this than I am sometimes, and she more excited about us reaching a goal than I am sometimes, because I'm doing multiple things. But having that support and somebody that's pushing you to be the best that you can be is super important. So don't ever forget that. And lastly, before I close, just as I started up, always give thanks to the man above, God. Like I say, the Lord Jesus Christ is my Savior. And you know what? I used to be shy about that. I wouldn't talk about that. But like I say, if you don't want to hear about that, you probably seen Pastor Mitchell on my page a lot, because I've really been following him and tracking him and trying to get over to 2819. But if you're not passionate about seeing that on my page, it's probably not the page for you. But I'm trying to bring people closer to God through the impact that God has made in my life. And maybe you can see some of the light that's shining through me, and God gets all the glory, because I didn't do any of this. I didn't end up in Atlanta. I didn't end up here by chance. I know it was all pieces that God used in order to get me where he needed to. One, to get me a personal relationship back with him, and to get me in a place where I could be still and I didn't have noise around me. But then two, for him to get the glory and for me to live in his will. So am I perfect? No, I'm not perfect. I'm still working at being, more like Jesus every day. But at the same time, we all have to pick up our crosses every single day, and we have to fight the flesh. And, I'm no different than that. But I do believe that, God put me in this position to be able to help more people and to add value to people's lives while he get the glory for it. And then also with shining through me, he gives other people the opportunity to know that, what, look where I came from, look where I'm at, look how God moved in my life. So with that said, continue to follow on me. I posted something. I want to give my cousin Drew one more shout out. Drew, good piece today, man. The words hit super powerful. I do want to say this before I close about my cousin Drew. Drew posted something on his page that I shared on my page, but it's all about support. I should be supporting people that I see doing things, and just as well, people that's out there should be supporting, people that they close to, and I don't have no ill will, because I'm going to move one way or another. I'm moving this way because my source don't come from other people. My source comes from God. But it's always good to be able to support the people that you grew up with. And that's what Drew talked about. When you see them doing something positive and impactful in the community and in their lives and in their families, that's super important, because you could be the person that really deter them from doing something positive, or you can actually encourage them to do something positive. At the end of the day, with me, I understand, nobody will ever see my vision as clear as I do, and I truly believe that. But at the same time, everything that I'm putting out, it ain't my work, it's God's work. He putting me in the places that I need to be at. And he is, getting me in front of the people that I need to be in front of, and really getting his own word out. But that's really all I got. Show some love, show some support. That's the biggest thing. And remember, as I close, never let anybody steal your peace or your joy. This is Jermaine. I'm signing off. This is J. Alexander, and Back in Balance, the podcast, coming to you live from the house. Peace.